Good day, miss. This is Mabel Sanchez Lacaba, BT-led 2, today's presenter, and I will going to introduce to you the Coca-Cola Company, a beverage company that was founded 133 years ago and since then, and has become the largest maker of non-alcoholic beverages in the world. And I will begin with the company background that starts in year 1880s, where the Coca-Cola was first produced by Dr. John Steve Pemberton, and they sold 25 US gallons by their first year at Jacob's Pharmacy in Atlanta, Georgia, by 5 cents per glass at soda fountains. And as years later, Asa J. Calder stated that he had acquired stakes for $2,300 in Pemberton's company after Pemberton died. And as years later, he had already full control over the company after buying all the stakes from all the investors. And next is in year 1890s, where Candler set up his new company and he called it the Coca-Cola Company and started its first bottling at Bethlehem Candy Company after the two entrepreneurs suggested it. And then years later, they established their own company. Then, in year 1900s, in responding to the complaints of the presence of minute amount of cocaine in the Coca-Cola syrup, Candler devised all the means to remove the traces of the substance. That's why in year 1905, Coca-Cola is completely free from cocaine. And this was also the year that they introduced the unique contour-shaped bottle and Candler retired. But in September 12, 1999, Ernest Woodruff and a group of investors purchased the company for $25 million. So Candler was no longer the owner of the company. And then in year 1960, they acquired the Minute Maid Corporation, which was the maker of fruit juices and high-C fruit drinks. And 4 years later, the Duncan Food Corporation also merged with the company. And in year 1961, Sprite makes its debut. And the reason behind why they offer a variety of beverages this time because of the intense competition between the Pepsi Cola that was presented by Pepsi Company Incorporated. And in year 1980s, this was the helm of Roberto Gausita, where he acquired the Columbia Pictures and introduced the Diet Coke to the company, but this became a controversial decision that time. And then he tried to reformulate the 99-year-old drink, but it was rejected by the consumers, so he had no choice but to bring back the original flavor. And after he bring it back, he named it the Coca-Cola Classic. And in year 1986, the company merged with two bottling companies to become the Coca-Cola Enterprises Incorporated. And then they sold their company's entertainment business to TriStar Pictures. And in return, their interest will increase to 80%. And presently, the Coca-Cola companies own several outlets around the world. And then, let's move on to the products and services of the company. Coca-Cola Company is the largest beverage manufacturer and distributor in the world, and it is one of the largest corporations in the United States. Also, it is the world's #1 maker of soft drinks, selling 1.3 billion beverage servings every day. For almost 70 years, they only sold the Coca-Cola flagship, but from that point on, the Coca-Cola began adding a wider variety of beverage selections and portion sizes. They believed in offering an assortment in every lifestyle, life stage, and life occasion. Then, their company portfolio includes the carbonated soft drinks and functional beverages, which included the Coca-Cola, Sprite, Fanta Orange, and others. And while in health and well-being, they distribute a range of water, juices, and low-calorie drinks. Then in alcoholic beverages, they distribute Jim Beam, Canadian Club, and others. Then in food and services, they manufactures and distributes packaged fruits and vegetables, jams, and sauces globally. Let's move on to the CEO profile and entrepreneurial journey, wherein James Quincy was the president and CEO of the Coca-Cola Company. But before that, Way back in 2013, he was appointed as the president of the South Latin Division. And in 2005, he was the president of the company's Mexico division, wherein he acquired the Jugos del Valle. And in 2008, he served as the president of the Northwest Europe and Nordics Business Unit, wherein he acquired the Innocent Juice in 2009. And in 2013, he was the president of the company's Europe Group, wherein he expanded its brand portfolio and improved its market share. And lastly, in 2015 to 2017, he was the president and COO of the company. And his success to that position leads him to the appointment as the CEO of the Coca-Cola company. Let's move to the last part of this presentation, which is the CEO's contribution to the company. Under the helm of CEO James Quincy, he is focused on innovation and acquisitions to satisfy changing consumers' preferences. That's why they made a wider variety of beverages to satisfy the consumers' needs. And in Europe Group, he strategically expanded its brand portfolio and improved execution across growth. He also played a key role in the creation of Coca-Cola European Partners to become the world's largest independent Coca-Cola bottler. And he played an instrumental role in leading the merger of Coca-Cola Enterprises. And during his time in Mexico division, he grew the market share for the brand Coca-Cola and expanded the company's brand portfolio. And during his time in South Latin, he was instrumentally in developing and executing a successful brand, pack, price, and channel strategy that was replicated in various forms across Coca-Cola's global system. And in 2009, his accomplishment was the acquisition of Innocent Juice. Then the last is Quincy has led strategic shifts in the company's direction, such as the partnership with Body Armor and the outright acquisition of coffee chain Costa, that will give the company a strong coffee brand access with the opportunity of expansion, particularly in emerging markets where Coca-Cola has a large presence.